Hey everybody, this is Denny.
And this is James from TeaDB, bringing you episode number 186. So what do we have today, Denny?
We got some Heicha, yo.
Yeah, we have some Liubao that was kindly sent to me with a tea that I bought from a different private collector in Malaysia. So this is some higher grade, supposedly. Well, it says first grade, but that might actually be the size of the leaf. Liubao from Malaysia. I have had this tea a few times, and I have enjoyed it each time. And I know Denny, as someone that likes ripe pours, I was curious to see what he would say.
I'm going to actually give this another fast rinse. Even though the leaves are small, they're just...
And we are working with the last bit of the sample bag, so there's a little bit extra bonus particulate, bonus dust, if you will, for this.
Whatever that is. One.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And so, for those of you, I can't remember if we've actually reviewed a Liubao, but it also undergoes sort of a wet piling process, or at least some of the tea does. So it reminds me a bit of
nuggets.
Ripe pour.
Let's get some nugs in there.
Some nugs.
All right, let's erase that from the history of TeaDB, please. Just kidding. We're leaving it all in. I know.
Uncensored.
So flash steeping, 100%.
Yep.
It's getting nice and hot. And the core is still a little bit cloudy, so I'm glad I did two rinses there.
That's a dark red, very dark red, I should say.
It's pretty apparent aroma already off of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a smell.
Yeah, get in there. Really dark.
Yeah. Maybe some grainy mineral-ness to it as well.
Yeah, holy crap, man. Barley up the
aroma.
Yeah, the aroma vessel.
Something
great. Yeah, I don't know if that was dirty, but whatever.
I may have laughed very inappropriately. I laughed inappropriately. Yeah, I don't know.
It does no, but you're right though. I mean, it has a very grainy, earthy, grainy, bordering on fermented barley smell to it.
And you can see the leaves are very small as well.
Yeah. So we'll be kind of hitting this hard to start.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. It starts sweet and then it has this really just quick transformation into something different.
I really like the texture on it.
This transforms for me a little bit into sort of those Yunnan black corn sweet flavors, but not nearly as potent, just like hints of that.
Is that sort of that grain barley note that you were noting earlier? I can definitely pick up a little bit of that
absolutely.
On the taste.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and breathe this out a few times while we're rocking and rolling here. This little vessel makes things really nice. This little chawan, or not chawan, whatever you call that thing.
The Shibo?
Yeah, Shibo. I just use a Gaiwan. Like a gangster. Hashtag gangster Gaiwan crew.
Yeah, gangsta Gaiwan.
That's right, sorry.
Yeah.
There's no E.
A little bit of alliteration there, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we chose our name in our fan club, so specifically.
What?
Just roll with it, bro.
Exactly.
Who says bro? I don't ever say bro in real life.
I say it often, but it's always ironic.
Yes, that's part of being in Seattle is...
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah.
All right, brus.
Some Liubao.
A little bit more of that typical raspberry Heicha thing.
A little bit less of that grain, corn, barley stuff going on. Still some. How is the viscosity for you?
It's nice. It's a little bit light. Not light, but it's not... I mean, let's see how much leaf we have in there. So for the leaf ratio in the cup, I would expect this to be a little bit more viscous, but it's not bad that it's not. It's just an observation. I put it, 4 out of 10 viscosity.
Mm-hmm.
Great aftertaste.
Yeah.
Light on the aroma, not super smelly, but that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it does leave a really nice, sweet, sort of sticky feeling on the roof of the mouth.
Give that a smell. Tell me what you think.
Smells like something.
Get very Chinese herb shop out of the lid and not nearly as much out of the cup, which is interesting.
These two definitely smell very
They
different.
do, yeah. It's always fun to...
More of the grain barley in there.
Yeah. More fermented stuff on the top.
Maybe a little bit of vanilla even in some of those.
Alrighty.
Cheers.
Cheers. I wonder if we're just shedding that grain, if that was part of the sediment or I don't know, some funk.
Could have been.
But it's coming more into those typical Heicha flavors from my limited experience. Yeah, it's nice.
And Denny, how would you say that this compares to, I don't know, like maybe a small leaf ripe pour that you would normally drink?
Yeah, there's a similarity in the there's a little bit of creaminess and vanilla. I think James is right on with that. That you share those sort of small sort of cherry can transform into raspberry. This sort of has more of Heichas seem to have more of a raspberry note in my experience.
I could get this, like veering on a very slight tartness.
Yeah, exactly. Not nearly as sticky. Not nearly, and by stick I mean like branch stick. Like woods. There's not nearly as much earthiness in that regard, but there can be in some of the Heichas that I've had on the show, and with you, there can be some more of a mushroomy character to them as well. So it depends. I think there's a lot of variety inside of the category, but those are some things that between the two categories seem similar and a little different. I really enjoyed this a lot, actually. I think that raw or ripe pour can get a little repetitive sometimes. So this is a nice...
Are you finding
break.
This sort of, I guess, similar but different?
Yeah, I'd say this is more similar to a ripe pour than a raw pour is to a ripe pour, but it has its own characteristics and uniqueness, and that's a virtue of it. I think they seem to be pretty apparent. I think if you went out there and grabbed 3 or 4 Heichas, you'd notice it too.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Yeah, this does, to your point though, this does have a lot of those ripe characteristics in it.
In fact, I think
nice.
if you were reading a description of this tea versus a ripe, I'm not sure that you would tell the difference. But it's one of those things where if you try enough, I agree with what you said earlier. If you tried 3 or 4, you would be able to certainly pick out some different characteristics.
Yeah. This has lost that fermented flavor almost entirely for me. The corn, barley stuff, I think that was just sort of the beginning of it. I think you could probably steep your way through or rinse your way through that if you really wanted to. For a tea like this, there's no reason not to go and kind of get that variety of flavors. Those weren't bad, but I think we're getting now to sort of the heart of this tea. And it's nice, it's pleasant, it's smooth. I put this on the lighter, on the less intense side. So let's go ahead and just give this a last
let's give it a
mega
bit of
blast.
A stress test.
Yeah, let's
keep
go ahead and
that
see
water
see what
pound
we think.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Please feel free to get on the internet and make a GIF of exactly that.
I'll do it a couple more times in case the take we got.
If this was like, if this got real internet famous, like that would get so bad so fast.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Good thing we're small potatoes.
Yeah, we're F-lifts or celebrities on the internet.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let this have a little bit too much water.
And the advice I was given on brewing Liubaos such as this one was that you can really push these guys.
Yeah.
Pu'er, I think generally the pu'er material, because it's large leaf, this is small leaf,
Right.
Tends to be stronger. And so one of the reasons why some people would argue it's good for aging. And so I think as a result, maybe this tea might seem a little bit lighter, perhaps, in comparison.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, regardless, we just heated that water right up. It is already transferred into the brewing vessel. Hot.
So what would you hope to get out of a infusion like this, where we reheated the water and we're trying to really
great
extract
question.
a lot?
Yeah, so we're going to see a difference in the color, which is actually clear. We're going to hopefully get a difference in terms of so we'll notice or pay more attention to the amount of tannin in bitterness. So some of these teas, if you stress them, are going to get gross. They're going to be too tannin, too bitter, and they'll hurt your stomach. They'll be so strong.
Yeah, especially if you push like a young raw pu'er,
Yeah,
for
my
instance,
goodness. So
in the more extreme end.
So we're hoping, instead of getting to that, we're going to hope to get just stronger flavors, maybe different notes, and yeah, to sort of get a general experience of how can you brew this tea differently? Is it going to perform better, taste better, be more viscous, be more bold when you're brewing it hot and for longer, etc. So just experimenting mostly.
Yeah. And hopefully thicker, more interesting textures, stronger aftertaste.
So cheers.
It's definitely thicker.
Yeah.
That's immediately obvious. I get some of that graininess coming back, actually. I don't know if you took a smell of your liqueur before you sipped it, but I could definitely smell some in there. I also get kind of like a cherry cough syrup vibe to this.
I was just going to say those last two. The sweetness is going back to those ripe flavors for me, getting a little bit of that medicinal, not menthol, but a little bit medicinal vibe. It's tasting more like that Chinese herb shop that I was smelling on the lid. The barley is coming out a little bit more now. Those like fermented sort of grainy notes. It's nice. I think this is actually the best steeping that we've had. It's got
I think so too. Some of those early steepings, if we had pushed it, it may have been a little bit too much too soon, and we would have had maybe an overpowering sort of fermented flavors and stuff like that. So we're getting right to that stage where, you can hit that tea, and you can hit it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds with boiling water, for sure. And I think in general you should be using boiling water for a tea like this.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So this is really nice. This is an interesting Heicha. It's not super old, but it's been aged for quite a bit of time.
About 10 years, it looks like.
Yeah.
Mid-2000s, yeah.
So a delightful tea, a unique one, I think, within the Heicha category. One that's, I think, veers more towards ripe than it does towards the center of the sort of Heichas. Not in a bad way at all. It's enjoyable, wonderful tea. So if folks want to learn more about this tea or tea in general, what should they do?
Liubao, you can find Liubao from a lot of pu'er vendors. Yunnan Sourcing, Chow Wang Shop, Essence of Tea. Those people all sell a fair amount of Liubao. We will be bringing on some more Liubao, some older stuff, onto the next episode.
Stay tuned.
To quote Dr. Dre. And we will see you guys next time.
And check us out on our website, TeaDB.org. And subscribe.
Yeah!
And like.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.